everybody.
Want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Well, let's start the insanity.
Hello and welcome to the Weekly Yak for Sunday, December 23rd, Christmas Eve. This is Mac with Randy.
Yeah, motherfucker, yeah.
Yeah, see how much louder?
Oh, I love that.
That sounds better, right?
I can actually hear myself. I love it. Okay, cool.
That's better, yeah. You were just, I think it was just, I took Randy's windscreen off his mic because he was still too low. Quiet.
My apologies.
That's all right. I mean, I fixed it in post, but it'll be a lot easier to do it this way.
I can hear myself so much better. I love it.
Well, I could have turned your headphones up before. You should have told me that you couldn't hear it very well.
I mean, I didn't know the difference.
Oh, okay.
Merry Christmas, you fucking Gentile.
All right. Does it bother you if somebody tells you Merry Christmas?
I don't give a fuck.
All right.
And neither do most of the Jews.
Right. I mean, I watched this. YouTube's getting sneakier and sneakier because when those pre-roll ads, sometimes if you're not paying attention and you're like, it'll be like a 15-second or whatever, I'll just let it go. I won't even hit skip. They try to stick one of these 3-minute fuckers in there, and I'm like, you've never got like a 3-minute?
No.
Most of the time it's like a movie trailer or something that they try to show. But this one was about some guy. I don't even remember what his name is, but I was like, here's a conservative douchebag. Because he was talking about, saying Happy Holidays versus Merry Christmas.
I do remember that one.
You've seen it?
Yeah.
I watched the whole thing because I was like, what does he have to say? And he's not completely, because he's like, I'm Jewish. He's like, I would want to hear Merry Christmas. Like,
maybe I'm thinking of the wrong one then.
Because it's just a guy, and it's like he's talking, but the whole thing's kind of like an animated, like, rudiment. It almost looks like South Park, how it's just geometric shapes that are illustrating what he's saying. But it's just, that he wasn't saying, it's a war on Christmas or whatever, but he was just saying, I don't mind hearing Merry Christmas. I mean, I don't know. But I mean, if you say Happy Holidays, because that's all inclusive, but it's not saying, because people say that if you say Happy Holidays, you're watering it down, or I don't know. I mean, why not just say Happy Holidays? Because it's not, I don't know. But again, I don't think anybody should get upset if you hear Merry Christmas, which I don't think most other religions will.
Like, my stance is, if you're going to go out of your way to wish me a happy or a merry anything, like, hey, cool,
right.
thanks.
If you're going to go out of your
bud.
if you're going to go out of your way to be nice, whatever.
Because I really just don't give a fuck.
Right. I'll say whatever if somebody told me Happy Hanukkah, I will say Happy Hanukkah.
Yeah.
I mean,
and I think, like, I wished all my friends a happy Hanukkah because it was Hanukkah.
Right.
So I was like, hey, happy Hanukkah. It's the fourth day of Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah.
I love Christmas. I mean, in a secular way. I mean, I don't go around saying, Christ is the reason for the season or whatever, but I sure like the colors and the lights and the decorations.
There's
and
the commercialism and the like tradition of Christmas hold a place outside of the realm of religion.
Right. Not too, and you say commercialism, and that's a bad thing, but not really. I mean, it's not. Yeah. I mean, if you don't lose sight of like being nice to other people and being with family or whatever,
I think we need to remember the real reason for the season.
What's that?
Persephone's descent into the underworld.
Why did you have to go there?
Sorry about it.
But it's weird. A lot of Christmas traditions came from paganism.
Yeah, that's very, very true.
But Christians don't want to remember that.
It's almost like Christians stole shit from everyone else because they weren't the oldest religion.
Well, yeah,
they get real butthurt when you mention that.
Well, true, because they want to. This is going to turn into a religious podcast, but I mean, just because I have to teach all the religions as part of history. When I tell some of the kids that are usually more religious about, Christianity being invented or came up with, and how it wasn't around, like in the Roman Empire, like it spread. I mean, it was pretty recent in terms of world history.
Yes,
that Christianity came about. It wasn't always. It wasn't always was.
The Earth is only like 6,000 years old, though, right?
I think it's 2,000 years old. It's 2018 years old.
Yeah.
I don't know. But then I say, I tell them about Judaism because they're a monotheist. This is going to get so dorky, but monotheistic. They borrowed that. I mean, it's the same God in Christianity and Judaism. It's the same, but we've said before the Jesus part is different. But and then Buddhism and all this other stuff, and I mean, and at one point there was no religion. It's I'm giving like a mini lesson here.
Yeah.
It's once they started, you know what?
Recorded religions anyway.
Right, because they didn't always have a written language. But once people started seeing in human remains that they were burying their dead, that kind of is our clue that that's when organized religion kind of started.
Oh,
Like any kind of ceremonies or anything? Because I mean, normally,
I never thought about that.
Long ago, if you die wherever you die, they just left you there.
Yeah, just bye, bitch.
But, right, but if they
Bye, Felicia.
Exactly. But they said it in grunts, like a caveman. Yeah, exactly. Translation. Bye, Felicia. So that's usually one of the clues where you try to pin. Of course, nothing's accurate because it's so old, but
yeah,
that's one of the clues they use when they see any kind of ceremony or burying their dead. That's usually because they feel like there's an afterlife. Like if you didn't think there was an afterlife, why would you bury them? Like that's well, I mean, and then once you get into Egyptian, I mean, they thought they buried them. They thought they were going to take all that stuff with them that they put in the pyramids and stuff. So
selfish bitch.
Right. Anyway, so that's not the point of the show. This is a Christmas show.
Merry Christmas, almost.
Merry Christmas Eve. Eve.
Are you so excited for Christmas? What are you doing?
All my family's here, so I just stay here.
Okay.
In this city.
In this area. You're not going to do anything special besides hang out with them or go anywhere or do anything?
Maybe we'll go to a movie. Some people do that on Christmas.
Yeah. Because, going to exploit those poor workers that can't be with their families on Christmas.
I kind of want to see Vice.
I don't know what that is.
Not the news thing. About Dick Cheney.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
it looks kind of good.
Yeah,
I didn't realize it's kind of a dark comedy. I thought it was just a straight up historical drama, but it's kind of a black dark comedy too.
Okay.
Because Christian Bale looks exactly the way they made him up.
Yeah.
He looks exactly like Dick Cheney. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And he sounds like him, and you've heard him, Christian Bale has a really thick
He does.
British. He didn't sound like Dick Cheney, but Sam Rockwell, I think, is Bush in it. It's a good choice. And
I like Sam Rockwell a lot. Christian Bale, he's one of those just chameleons. Like, he can just do anything. He's the Meryl Streep of male acting. It's like...
Oh, Meryl Streep. I thought you said male streak of... I was like, what does that mean?
Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep. Please enunciate. Now that we can hear you, you're going to have to enunciate.
And Gary Oldman are just those like character actors that can really delve into something.
And like... Yeah.
Also love Gary Oldman.
Yeah. Like, I remember... because a lot of times Gary Oldman will be in something, I'm like... And then I won't realize till I see the credits. I'm like, shit, that was Gary Oldman? Jeez. Yeah. He's even good at... this is a dorky thing, but he was a voice in one of the Call of Duty games.
Really?
In Black Ops, he was Reznov, a Russian guy. Oh. And it was not... I was like, it's Gary Oldman doing that voice? I mean, what a high-profile voice. I mean, normally, I feel like... Well, I guess Black Ops is a high-profile franchise or whatever, but I feel like most of the time they just get people that just do voices just to do them. But
there's just a whole subset of like actors that make their entire living off of voice acting.
Right.
They don't really do any like live action or like film.
That's what used to be in all forms of like cartoons and stuff. It wasn't, now it's like what movie star is in this cartoon, but it used to just be like these people could do. It was cheap because these people could do like 10 voices. Yeah.
Seth MacFarlane.
Right. Well, all right.
Well,
I'm talking about Mel Blanc and those kind of
That's fair.
Well, yeah, Seth MacFarlane now, but I was like trying to, who was in the beginning. Anyway, let's see. I had some non-Christmas stuff I want to talk about first.
Non-Christmas.
What did I want to say? Oh, this is something I was going to bring up. We were watching. I was watching football before we started. Randy was doing something gay. Something gay, no doubt.
He was watching football, and I was living my best life.
Right. That Portal commercial came on, and I for Facebook. It's I'm like, is that really the best idea right now? I mean, aren't we like kind of wary of Facebook? And now they have a camera phone system, and I'm like, well, is this going straight to Putin or what? I don't know why anybody would trust it.
I don't know either.
People are already shaky about Alexa and stuff anyway.
So, I mean, you just deleted Facebook.
Yeah, I did.
So what went into your decision to...
It's just toxic. It wasn't like I was worried about the Russians getting to me or something. I mean, all it is, I would check it out of habit. Like, I would never even check it for, I would be like, and I'd scroll, and then, like, 10 seconds, I'd get out. I didn't, I wasn't seeing any actual human life updates.
Yeah.
Like, I was just seeing all these stupid, well, first of all, I mean, I follow pages and that, they just post stuff. You ever follow a page or like a page, and then all of a sudden it just turns into them promoting other pages?
Yep.
You know what I mean? I'm like, I want to see content from this person or this band or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, I don't want to see all this other stuff.
Definitely.
But then, people sharing stories that aren't real and, all that shit. Yeah. So I just was like, I made another one because I wanted to keep the show's Facebook on there, but you have to have a actual personal one to keep it.
Oh, really?
So I just made like the Weekly Yak regular page.
Okay.
Just so it can...
As if the Weekly Yak was a sentient person.
Right, yeah. Well, it is.
It is now.
Right.
It's you.
It's on Facebook. It has a Facebook.
Yeah, it has to be.
So that way I can... I mean, there's no friends or anything on it. It's just so I can control it. So if you find that, I'm not going to add anybody. Not that anybody goes and even likes our page, but just in case...
I've definitely considered deleting mine. I use mine a lot for work now, just because there are a lot of different Facebook pages, like groups,
right,
that convene to like talk about
that are useful
and to like promote specific events.
Well, yeah,
that I'm involved in.
I mean, I think that's probably the best use of it now. Is really just a marketing tool. Really, I mean, it's too convoluted and full of just crap to really be originally, keeping up with people that you haven't seen in a while or from high school or whatever. So
I've definitely wanted to delete as of late. I'd keep the Messenger because you can keep Messenger independent of your
profile. Because you can use it just with your number, like with your cell phone number.
I mean, it's like a separate entity all its own. Like they're linked, but if you delete your Facebook, I believe you can still keep your Messenger. Because I have friends that don't have Facebook profiles that I still like connect with.
Well, that's a good idea. That's good because there are some people that I should look into that. I see if I can still, because I just went ahead and deleted Messenger because I thought they were mutually exclusive. Wait, is that the right one?
Mutually exclusive?
I thought they were mutually exclusive. Like you couldn't have one without the other. Is that correct? I get mutually exclusive screwed up all the time. They are mutually exclusive.
Okay, had you not said something, I would have been able to figure this out. But now you've got my head like I can't wrap my head around it.
Yeah.
How is your head, by the way?
It's fine. Wait, which head?
Never had any complaints. Okay.
Oh my god, you got a haircut like me, kind of. It's a buzz. I mean, it's a buzz.
I shaved it all off.
Nice.
Because I looked in the mirror and I hated myself a little more than usual.
A little more than usual.
And I was getting a haircut that day, so I was like, just go ahead, get rid of it, and then just like shape the beard.
Just start over.
Yeah.
You go to that. I saw you on their Facebook. Not Facebook. Instagram. The Champions.
Yeah.
They follow the show on Instagram, actually.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm friends with the owner. We do improv together. And
is it a lady?
No.
Okay. Don't say the name.
Okay.
Because I see a lady on there a lot, like doing.
It's a husband and wife.
Oh, okay.
And
so that's the wife, the one that's usually doing like a commercial on Facebook or video.
And I know the husband.
Nice.
I mean, I know them both, but I do improv with the husband.
Nice.
Yes.
Maybe they'll let me put a sticker on their wall about the show.
You should do it.
I got to get more stickers. Since I've changed the logo. I've updated the logo. I don't have anything with the new, because it used to be this really pale blue, and it didn't have a. Well, who cares?
Yeah.
Anyway, what's your do some of your stories?
Some of my stories. Oh,
before we get to the Christmassy part. You just gonna repeat everything I say?
So I am no longer a teacher.
Right. I know that.
Yes.
I knew that. Oh,
yes. Okay. I'm not. I separate myself from teaching. I'm not a teacher anymore. But you being a teacher, you probably are also wary of your social media,
right? Because
of students and like possible.
Well, that's why this. I mean, forever. Like even when I worked at a bank, because that is kind of I'm not going to be a douche and say it's a high profile job, but a bank is like a nice place to work. You don't want to,
Definitely.
That's why I don't,
very professional.
I have a nickname and I never say the name of anywhere I've ever worked. But I mean, you gave me away last week when you said what pizza place I knew, but whatever.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. People were beating down my door after
they
that.
Sure were. The 4 people that listen to this podcast.
Right. Even though you didn't say the name of the place I live or the number or anything, they still found me.
Well, I got a message from a former student.
A good message?
On Instagram, a very message.
Inappropriate message?
And here are the details.
All right.
So when I was student teaching in the Dallas area, this kid was a freshman. This kid is now.
So this is not local. Not one of your local students from.
No. This kid is now a senior, and has tried to message me on Facebook a few times, and every time I've declined, just because, like, go away.
Right. Yeah. You're a kid.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah.
And I was not sure what if this kid was still in school or if this kid had graduated. I didn't really care because I just didn't want to talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
And then
did you remember him?
Oh yeah,
like you. Okay,
I knew the kid, like, and I knew the name.
Mm-hmm.
And he messaged me on Instagram, like 2 or 3 days ago, and his profile picture on his Instagram account was like an anime character, and it didn't have his name on it, and it was private, so it didn't have any pictures of him.
Right. And
it sent me a message and said, "Hey, what's going on?" And I assumed it was someone that had, like, I don't know, found my Tumblr and, like, threw, like, the tags on, like, my fitness posts and like saw my, like, thirst selfies and followed me and wanted to interact. That's just what I had assumed.
Right.
And said, "Hey, what's up?" I said, "Nah, just."
So you're like, "Yeah, my thirst traps work."
Yes.
I just recently learned that phrase, actually.
Thirst trap.
Thirst trap. Yeah.
Yep. Thirsty.
I always knew thirsty, but I didn't know, like, not like when anybody posts like those kind of it's a thirst trap.
Exactly. And I was like, "Oh, just chilling out. What about you?" And he sent back a picture, and it was him, like, at, like, a mirror selfie without a shirt on.
Okay.
And I said,
"Just no shirt." I mean,
just no shirt.
Okay.
He would not. Oh, no.
Okay. Yeah.
And I said, "Dude, how old are you?" He said, 17. Finally legal.
What? All right.
And then I had to dish out the although I am no longer an educator, I still have to draw a firm boundary from old students. And as someone that was once an educator to you, I do not feel comfortable engaging in any.
While I'm flattered, no,
I didn't. I said, I don't want you to take this personally, but I don't feel comfortable engaging with you on any social media platform.
Very respectful and
and blocked his ass.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say he came back with, like, "What a you bitch, you whore." You know, people. That's how people respond when they're mainly heterosexual guys do that to women, where they just say,
"Well, fuck you, bitch! I didn't want your fat ass." Anyway.
Yeah, right. I'm like, you were just obsessed and in love with her before, and now
right?
The male ego, the heterosexual male ego is very fragile.
Yes. So I
don't have an ego. I know that I'm a piece of shit. So it's
so
fine.
Awesome that you're self-aware.
I mean, it's better to know. And I mean,
guy.
Somebody actually told me recently, and I never thought this, that I don't think this is all the time. I think this is just the few times, because we were talking about office, faculty. Well, going to a Christmas party with people you work with.
Yeah,
and we were talking about. Like we don't go out. I was telling you too. We don't go out a lot because either they have young kids. Is that a knock?
I couldn't tell.
All right. Either they have young kids or they're old, and they don't like to stay out.
You're gonna have a real tough time editing out those parts.
Bingo. Thank you. I take off his collar so he doesn't make the jingle sound, but then if I can't help it if he barks.
Exactly.
He wanted to be on the show too.
So the old people, or they have kids, they can't stay out late.
And we were just talking about, because some people got a little tipsy that night, and they were just talking about I was a mean drunk, and I'm like, really? But I always, most of the time, I'm real happy when I'm drunk, and but sometimes I said, oh, okay, well, because they've only been around me like a couple times when I've been that drunk. Tipsy, I guess I'm not bad, but a lot of times. My mood before getting drunk affects my drunk mood.
That's fair.
So, like, I was a lot of times I don't like everybody that I work with, like most people don't. And it'll just like, put a damper on my night. And I'm not somebody that can fake it. Like if I don't like somebody, like it's hard for me. Some people can just be fake. And
you gonna know.
Right.
I don't like you. You gonna know about it.
Not in a bad, I don't, am not an asshole to him. I just can't talk to him. Like I don't want to talk to you if I don't like you. But then I'm so likable that they try to talk to me, and I'm like, oh, okay, man. And I'll always end up sitting next to the person. Ugh. You know what I mean? Like I'll sit down, and I'm like, I made such an effort to not sit, and then somehow naturally I still So I was like, whoa, I didn't know I was but I think, and I just didn't say anything because I don't want, it sounds like I'm making excuses for my drinking or my being an asshole or something. But I was like, I think it's because there's some shitty people at those times and I just didn't feel like being around them. So
did they give you any like scenarios that you've?
They just said I was shitting on everything they were talking about and just being, like I was making fun of them really like me in a mean spirited way, not like in a. Like in a friendly ribbing, but I was like...
You're just being mean.
Right.
Not like funny mean, but just mean.
But it was... Because I do that. Like, this is therapy tonight, I guess. But I'll take out... Like, people that I like and that I'm not mad at, I'll just be shitty to them when somebody else... You know what I mean? And I don't like that I do that, but I... So that night, like, because I can't be shitty to the person I don't like, I'm just quiet. It comes out on the people I like. And then I hurt their feelings and... That's probably not any friends, but whatever.
It happens.
If you have to take me at my worst.
I have to take you at your worst.
Right.
I don't get that. Like, maybe it's... When I'm drunk, I'm a very happy, affectionate person.
Well, which normally I am too.
Yeah.
If there's not somebody I hate there, I guess.
Yeah. and maybe it's... I've never been drunk around anybody that I hate, so I can't.
Well, typically you wouldn't. Like you usually go out with people you like. Yeah. But I just.
I also don't need to be drunk to tell someone off when I don't like them.
Yeah.
As noted by a recent exchange I had with my old boss at the gym.
Nice.
Yeah.
Man, you have a lot of telling off people's stories in public. We had the HEB story last time.
Yep. This was not an HEB though. This was in the mall. Or not
no, I know, but it was it was at the gym, right?
It was at the gym.
You want to tell the story or no?
I mean, he walked by me and said, "Hey, Randy, what's up?" I said, "Hey, walk the fuck away." Oh.
Just never missed a beat. You just
yeah. Oh, okay. I had also like I walked into the sauna and I didn't have my glasses on. If I had seen that he was in it, I would have not gone into the sauna. But I didn't realize until I was like there for a good 5 minutes and looked over and was like, "Oh shit." This motherfucker.
Oh, okay. Wow. Did you say that out loud?
I said it internally.
Okay.
And I had a conversation with somebody else that I had worked with at that same establishment who quit like a week after I did. Mm-hmm. And he was very, very rude to her and said some very sexist things and was like very physical with her, like tried to intimidate her with his body.
Yeah.
And she and I had this conversation on like a Saturday, and I was like, I'm sorry that it happened, first of all. Secondly, I'm sorry that I wasn't there because I would have kicked his ass.
Wow.
Like, here's the thing. I get ghetto real quick. as told by my HEB story with the man,
ghetto fabulous.
I will throw down. Like, I don't give a like.
I know.
I'm not I can be an asshole, but I'm never an asshole unwarranted.
Unprovoked. Yeah.
I do. I mean, maybe there's been a time or two. I can't say that I'm a perfect person.
Well, yeah.
But
sometimes it's just fun to be an asshole.
Yeah. And then that was on a Saturday. She and I had this conversation, and then I saw him. Mm-hmm. This interaction happened on like a Tuesday, like the Tuesday after. So
recently.
It was fresh on my mind. Yeah, it was very recent.
Well, I applaud you for not going too crazy.
Oh, yes. I had to restrain myself. I was messaging our friend Melora, and because I had told her the story right after it happened, and she was just like, "I'll bail you out. Do what you got to do, boo."
From the theater?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, on that happy note, let's do some Christmas stuff.
Okay.
I was looking for a segue into this, but
Merry violence.
These are all hacky, like radio morning show kind of things to talk about. But
okay,
whatever. Let me play a little
interlude.
Well, no, just some background. There we go. That's nice, right? Let's talk about. How about we talk about Christmas birthdays?
Okay.
Celebrities born on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day.
Okay.
I'll try to stick to the ones that you know. Well, I'll do all of them just to see maybe if you know some of these, and then we can talk about, me being the old man. I can tell you about.
Okay.
So December 25th, 1946, Jimmy Buffett.
Okay.
You know Jimmy Buffett?
Mm-hmm.
Margaritaville, Cheeseburger in Paradise. Do you know what his fans are known as? What do they call his fans? Some sort of bird head.
Is it like a reference to his name in any way?
No. But it's just like a tropical
a toucan head?
Parrot head.
Parrot head, okay.
Parrot head. December 24th, 1974, Ryan Seacrest.
Okay.
Is he gay?
No, he's not.
For sure?
For sure. I mean, he is not out if he is.
Okay.
And he has talked publicly about, like, dating girls. So, to the best of my knowledge, he is straight.
Okay. Well, everyone can say that. People can say that. He was on American Idol. Now he's like he's like Michael. Well, you don't know football, but you know who Michael Strahan is?
I know I've heard the name before.
He's like he's on a Fox football show. He's on Good Morning America now.
Is he the guy with the gap?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he used to be a football player.
Yeah.
He's kind of like the black Ryan Seacrest, because Ryan Seacrest is hosting everything. Yeah. December 25th, 1899, Humphrey Bogart.
I do know Humphrey Bogart.
What's his famous movie?
Give me the first word.
Well, it's one word.
Oh, shit.
Starts with a C. Casa.
Tell me.
Blanca.
Casablanca.
Yeah.
I do know. I know that he was an actor, an old timey actor.
Yeah. Here's no, not here's looking at you, kid. Play it again, Sam. And there's all these quotes from Casablanca. Oh. Actually, I don't think he said. I think that's one. I think "Play It Again, Sam" is one of those. Nelson, the Mandela effect, where you think it's one thing, but it's not really. Mm-hmm. It's really a different quote, kind of like
Luke, I am your father.
Right? He didn't.
No, I'm your father.
Right? No, I'm your father. Yeah. And a little more racist one is in Independence Day, where everyone thinks that Will Smith says "Welcome to Earth" when he punches, when he opens it.
Does he?
No, he says Earth, if you go back and listen. But
okay.
Somehow people think, I thought he said Earth too. Like,
I never
because sometimes
realized.
sometimes he would say words in a weird, funny way, like on that show he was on, Fresh Prince.
Just his accent. Okay.
Right.
News to me.
Lemmy Kilmister?
That's a new one.
Do you know Motorhead? He was the founder and frontman of the influential heavy rock band Motorhead.
It must not have been that influential.
Cab Calloway.
I do know Cab Calloway was a musician.
Right. Jazz musician, band leader. He's known for his scat and singing abilities.
Not the scat you're thinking of.
Right, yeah. Minnie the Moocher. He was in Blues Brothers in that movie in 1980. Ricky Martin.
I know Ricky Martin. He is gay.
Yeah, right. December 24th, 1971.
He's so handsome.
Livin' La Vida Loca. She's All I Ever Had. Former member of the pop group Menudo. And they just keep churning out people in that thing.
Yeah.
Ken Stabler. He was a football player, so probably not.
Nope.
Annie Lennox.
I love Annie Lennox.
Right. December 25th, 1954.
I love the Eurythmics.
Yep.
I love Annie Lennox. Love her, love her, love her. She's great.
Grammy Award winner.
Mm-hmm.
3 as a solo artist after Eurythmics. December 24th, 1922. Ava Gardner.
The name is familiar.
It's a classic actress, kind of like Humphrey and like Katharine Hepburn's time and all that stuff. What is she in? Night of the Iguana, Showboat, Life in Time. Mogambo, she won an Academy Award.
Well, good for her.
Another athlete, Ricky Henderson, born in 1958.
Unfamiliar.
He was a leadoff guy who hit a lot of. In baseball, when you have the leadoff hitter, usually it's just somebody who gets on base. Ricky Henderson used to hit a lot of home runs, like right at the top of the lineup. Normally, they're not big, strong home run hitters, but somehow he did it.
Good for him. Is it okay? So he hit a lot of home runs. So he like had sex a lot.
No. Actual home runs.
Yeah, right. Bad joke. Keep going.
You really stopped me for that?
Sorry.
Somebody who recently got out of the Trump White House, That's not really easy to pinpoint because there's been so many.
Yeah.
December 24th, 1946, Jefferson Beauregard Sessions.
Fuck that guy.
Right. First elected to the Senate in 1996. He's no longer the
Attorney General.
Attorney General.
The only thing good about him is that Kate McKinnon does a really hilarious impersonation on SNL with that prehensile tail. It's fucking great.
I was sad that he left just because Kate McKinnon. Well, I guess she could still do it. He could still pop.
Go fucking die. Fuck that guy.
Diedrich Bader. He was on the Drew Carey Show. Did you ever see Beverly Hillbillies movie or Office Space?
Yeah.
He was a next door neighbor in Office Space.
Okay.
Yeah, the one that lived, the real. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Sissy Spacek.
Okay.
1949. She was in Coal Miner's Daughter. See, Lee Daniels. Oh, he was the director of Precious.
Yeah, I know
and
Lee
The Butler.
Daniels.
And he created the show Empire.
Precious is a great movie. I haven't watched Empire, but I've heard how great it is.
Yeah, right. Justin Trudeau.
19th
Christmas Day 1971. He's the current Prime Minister of Canada. I always get there's another guy named Kevin Trudeau who was the infomercial guy who used to sell those books like the weight loss cures they don't want you to know about. He's actually in jail. I always get him confused because he was like a conspiracy theory, not like an Alex Jones, like not way off the rails like that guy.
The water's turning the frogs gay.
Right. That's like a classic soundbite of his. But,
bye, girl.
But Kevin Trudeau is in jail because he promised a lot of like herbal cures that would
Okay.
He's not a doctor and none of this stuff was approved by the FDA, but he made like a bunch of money. He was living in Switzerland and they finally got him.
Gotcha.
Rod Serling, do you know who that is?
That name is familiar.
He's from the Twilight Zone.
The original?
Yeah.
The OG guy?
Right. Yeah, at the beginning he's like what was the opening line? Like something submitted for your approval. Like he would talk like anyway, it's okay. Louis Tomlinson. He was in One Direction.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay.
Barbara Mandrell, do you know who that is?
That name is familiar.
Yeah,
as well.
she was she's a country singer and she had a bunch of sisters.
Okay.
Barbara Mandrell and the Mandrell sisters. Larry Zonka, he's a football player. Shane McGowan, lead singer of the Celtic punk band The Pogues.
Unfamiliar.
All right. Karl Rove.
Okay.
He was a political advisor for the Bush administration.
Yeah.
Born on Christmas Day, 1950. Another football player. I'll just skip over those. Armin van Buren. He's a celebrity DJ and music producer.
Okay.
And Stephanie Meyer. Ugh. Christmas Eve, 1973. She's, of course, the author of
the Twilight
series.
Funny story.
Yeah.
My dad took.
We'll take a break from the Christmas stuff, and I'll pepper some more.
And it's also vaguely Christmas related because it happened around Christmas time. My dad made me go hunting with him when I was a freshman in high school.
Yeah.
And I was very gay
out of your element
and not about it, and definitely did not want to go. So I spent the entire time, and it was like around Christmas time.
Yeah.
And I spent the entire time reading Twilight in the.
Well, then why did you shit on it just now?
Oh, I mean, I like it was my first read through. I didn't know anything about it before.
Okay. Well, why don't you like it now?
No,
well, what did you make that sound for Stephanie Meyer?
I mean, it's
I don't
mostly
have an opinion about it.
like nothing against her. It's it was one of those things that just got like so blown out of the water, and like the source material, while fine, I don't think.
Well, after all the movies and stuff, it kind of yeah.
I don't think they necessarily it had enough merit on its own to warrant the praise and like celebration that it got.
Right.
That's just me.
Well, there you go. Let's take a break.
Okay.
And we'll come back with some I've got strange and wacky Christmas food facts and the 40 best Christmas movies of all time.
Okay.
That'll be a good one. I had stuff like Christmas songs, but I didn't want to do those because there's so many different versions of each one.
Eye roll.
So,
yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, if you say, White Christmas.
Like who's
You're like
version?
that, yeah, right. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, the song, yeah, but who? Like, who's the best version of that song? So that's just a crazy long list. But
Yes.
at least Christmas movies. I mean, there's been a few remakes, but for the most part, there's one version of that. So,
Yeah.
man, I should have written some stuff. I had some other stuff non-Christmas, but I forgot to write it down. Of course,
We'll get to it.
but anyway, yeah. So we'll take a break and stay tuned because you get to hear another of Randy's new
I'm
bump
so excited.
return. So stick around.
More Weekly Yak coming right up. Welcome back to the Weekly Yak with Mac
What are you, gay?
and Randy.
Mazel tov.
It's the Weekly Yak.
How fitting. What are you for that one?
What are you, gay?
All right.
Mazel tov.
Yeah. I know that's very. I just come out and say stuff. It's probably not
love that.
politically correct. Just just say it like that.
Oh, YOLO.
What are you, gay?
Mazel.
Anyway. But that was perfect. Mazel tov. I mean, Hanukkah's over though, isn't it?
Yeah, Hanukkah ended. It started December 1, I think. So it was over on like the 9th.
Because there's 8 nights. There's only 8 nights.
Correct.
Right. And it's continuous nights.
Correct.
Right. It's not. They don't take a break for the weekend or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
they don't break in the middle like we do.
Right.
They don't take a day off.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's do some more Christmas stuff.
Okay.
Did you like that? Some of them I like to make some of the returns kind of short and just not too, because sometimes I'll get though to put in a quote. It'll almost be that you want them to be a non sequitur, but at the same time they still got to make a little bit of sense. So sometimes the shorter ones are easier because a lot of times, like if you say something, I'm like, well, I want to include this, and it'll be like 15 seconds of talking. I'm like, that's not good.
Yeah.
So sometimes I have to find ones that are shorter. So they're not all like that. So don't worry. Because I know you want to hear your voice a lot longer than just one word. So
I am just before we get into the Christmas movies or food, I am so glad that we're not doing music because I cannot stand another minute of "Baby, It's Cold Outside" discourse. Can it fucking end? Every goddamn year
Right.
it comes back. Oh, I don't know about that. No one gives a shit.
wait, what?
Go away. Like
I don't know about. Oh, you mean the lyrics?
Yeah, it's, I just don't. I don't care.
my favorite. I like "All I Want for Christmas Is You," but I like the other one.
The other Mariah Carey Christmas song?
No, it's not Mariah Carey. It's another Christmas song that's called "All I Want for Christmas Is You," and this is the one I always think of because I wasn't like a cool,
Yeah, just period.
kid. So
you could have just ended it there.
okay, I'm still not. But it's from this other. What's the name of it? This I think this is
By Vince Vance.
Vince Vance and the Valiants.
Okay.
I don't know how much. I think I can play 30 seconds and be okay. So we'll play a little bit of it. This is my favorite.
I don't hate this. I kind of like it.
It's kind of a old school kind of jazzy. Hear the piano? It's kind of jazzy a little bit.
It's giving me like it's like a Carpenter's kind of.
Or I could see like the background singers behind.
Yeah, like a doo-wop.
Yeah, like a doo-wop thing. All right, I don't want to get in trouble with
I
that.
like that.
Yeah, Vince Vance and the Valiants.
I'm definitely gonna hit that up because I
All I
don't
Want
like
for
most
Christmas.
Christmas music.
Yeah,
I find it
repetitive.
it's repetitive. It's like none of it's original. It's just all covers of the same like 5 or 6 like classic jingles.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't hate that.
Well, good.
And it sounded a lot like the Carpenters, and I
Yeah, it's true.
I
Man,
really love Karen
man,
Carpenter.
she had her voice was so
she was
beautiful.
an angel.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Mom.
My favorite.
no relation.
Oh, that's right. That's your saying. My favorite Christmas song of theirs, their version is "Home for the Holidays."
Yeah.
I love that's there's no place like home for the it's just so that's the everyone has because that's what we were saying before the break, like we could do songs but like which version of this song because everyone has their own personal favorite. It'd be too because nobody would ever just say I like that song. Well, maybe just based on the lyrics and the song. It's whoever sings it.
Yeah.
Like your favorite person, it's different. So, okay, let's see. Let's put on some more. Are you ready? Do you want to say anything else about that?
No, go ahead.
Go, yeah, all right. So let's put on some festive music here. All right. Let's get into strange and wacky Christmas food facts.
Okay.
Did you know,
No, I didn't.
Randy, that candy canes were invented to keep kids quiet?
Oh, fitting. Okay.
Legend has it that candy canes were invented in 1670 when the choir master of the Cologne Cathedral commissioned candies shaped like a shepherd's crook so they could be handed out to children attending the church's crochet scene in order to keep them quiet. The stripes came later.
Cool. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up while we sing.
All right. Sugar plums had nothing to do with plums.
I don't know what sugar plums are.
Well, I'll tell you about them. From the Sugar Plum Fairy to visions of sugar plums dancing in children's heads, sugar plums definitely have a place in Christmas lore. But what are they exactly? You might not have guessed by their name, but these sweet treats are a type of candy. When they came around in the 1600s, the term plum denoted any dried fruit. And typical sugar plums are made with a combination of dried fruit and spices that are rolled into balls, then coated with a hard candy shell.
I love plums.
Oh, I bet you do. Animal crackers were originally a Christmas
What
treat.
did you call me?
An animal cracker.
Oh, okay.
Animal crackers were first introduced around Christmas time in 1902. The string on the box was originally intended to be used to hang the boxes on Christmas trees.
Okay.
Interesting. A fruit cake was intended to last all year.
What did you call me?
A fruit cake. That's not a hard one to guess because you could. All right, calm down. You could build a house with fruit cakes. And I mean gay people is what I'm saying. If you've ever received a fruitcake as a gift, you probably know those suckers can last for a long time without ever going bad, thanks to the preservative properties of the sugar and the booze they contain.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a part of the design. They were originally intended to be baked at the end of the harvest season and saved to be eaten at the beginning of the harvest season following the year for good luck.
Okay.
Mince pie was originally topped with a Jesus effigy. What did you call me? The earliest mince pies date back to medieval times, if not earlier, and typically included minced meat, suet, fruits, nuts, spices like cinnamon, cloves, and nutmeg. The pie was originally crustless, but over the time a crust was added. A pasty effigy of the baby Jesus was traditionally laid on top. Today, thankfully, meat usually isn't an ingredient. Oh, okay. I didn't know that either, because I've always heard mincemeat pies.
Yeah.
But I guess they don't. That's a traditional mincemeat pie, but
I guess
now
so.
mince pies are just them. Turkey wasn't the main dish at medieval Christmas feasts.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
Roast turkey or another type of poultry is the main protein in a typical British Christmas dinner today. But back in medieval times, the preferred poultry was actually a peacock.
What did you call me?
A peacock. Peacock. Boar was also a Christmas mainstay. It wasn't until Henry VIII had turkey for Christmas in the 16th century that it became the norm.
I don't know if it's common, but like for me, Thanksgiving is always turkey and Christmas is always like ham.
Well, we always have
That's
both.
what I thought it was.
Oh, let's start that over.
Wow.
We're talking more than 3 minutes, obviously.
I guess so.
Australians usually grill on Christmas, which is, that's not, we do that. A lot of people do that in Texas.
Uh-huh.
It's funny to think that Christmas falls right in the middle of summer down under, but it does. The meal is still based on traditional English and North American traditions, but in order to avoid the hot oven, most Australians actually prepare their Christmas dinner on the barbie.
Does that mean on the boat?
No, you never.
It means on the grill, right?
Yeah. Put another shrimp on the barbie. And the last one here, Christmas dinner usually contains over 7,000 calories. I believe it.
Yeah.
But between the wine, mixed nuts, what'd you call me? Multiple helpings of turkey and sides, pie, cheese, and booze. The eating and drinking done during Christmas Day can oh my God, I can't read. Alone can add up to more than 7,000 calories per person, according to one study. Maybe skip that second piece of pie this year.
Fuck you, I'll eat all the pie I want.
Right? It's not Christmas if you don't feel like fucking dying after eating.
I always feel like dying, so what's the difference?
Yeah, right? Might as well be full of food when you feel like that, right?
Yep.
Let's see. All right, let's go into something else, and then we'll finish up with the 40 best Christmas movies of all time. Didn't you have something else besides that one story?
So I have been in kind of a rut lately. Like it's gonna be like a downer for a second, then I think gonna come back up.
Okay.
I've been in a rut, like emotionally, professionally.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I left teaching. Music was kind of what I thought I was gonna do. Classical music in the educational field is what I thought I was gonna do, kind of forever.
Right.
And I just fucking hated it.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, I love my job now. My job with the Girl Scouts.
Right.
I love meeting people. I love the PR of it. I love the marketing aspect. I love it's a really, really great job.
Mm-hmm.
It just turns out, you know, working for a nonprofit, you don't make that much money.
Right. Yeah.
Luckily, I have side gigs here and there. Like I drive for Favor now.
All right.
Off and on, because I went to school for playing the French horn. Like I still get gigs a couple times a month to get paid to do that.
Need that
Mostly
if
at
they
churches.
need a French horn solo.
No, I mean that's the thing. They're very sought after.
Oh, really?
Turns out that there aren't very many good ones. Myself included. I'm
self-deprecation.
Yeah, exactly. I'm better than, you know, a big chunk of them, so I still make money off on that. I'm actually doing that at a midnight mass this year at a Catholic church I'm playing.
Catholic? You can't go in there.
I'm gonna burst to flames, but
Right.
I'll do my best. So that's so luckily, like I'm getting by, if not just barely.
Mm-hmm.
I'm putting more effort now into branching out to be an actor.
Oh, wow.
And not just
not at the local theater.
And not just at the local theater, although I'll continue to do that when I am available. But I've started reaching out and like making profiles on like backstage.com, which is like an auditioning and casting website.
That sounds
not
sketchy.
Not Backpage,
All right.
Backstage.
So you're going to stop doing this show? Is what you're saying?
Well, I'm gonna keep doing it.
Okay.
Until
I can't afford it when you demand to be paid. To
yes,
be on the
exactly.
Show. Great.
So till I start making the big bucks, and then I'm gonna look
Peace
down
out.
and I'm gonna blow up and act like I don't know nobody.
Right. Look at this guy who does a free podcast for no money.
Oh, it's just. Am I not
And you'll
so
deny that you were ever
benevolent?
on the show.
So benevolent.
Yeah.
But
No,
that's
I 100% expect that.
yeah.
For you to be a bitch about it. So it's
As I
fine.
would.
I'm ready. Yeah, right. As one would. Anyway, go ahead.
But that's it. I'm just kind of a leap I'm taking.
Oh,
Like
cool.
I'm not quitting my job. I'm not leaving today. I'm not like moving away. I'm not.
Well, I mean, you're doing. I mean, the Waco Civic Theater. You're doing stuff with them, and that's as professional as it gets around here. So I mean, that's like the one step, and you know.
Yeah. So I've already applied to and like sent in my stuff for like some lower budget things in like Austin and Dallas.
Maybe you could get into like a improv troupe or something.
Ooh, Austin is tough to break into. I'll do what I can. Well, I'm okay at improv. It's not like
that's not your favorite.
I mean, I love doing improv. I have a lot of fun doing it. It's not it's not my best.
But you would rather just go do acting gigs and not be in a improv troupe if you had to pick.
If I had to pick between the two, yeah. Like I'll
just
still do improv for fun, but I don't think I'm good enough at improv.
You would you wouldn't go to like want to be in the Groundlings or
correct.
Like in that beat, yeah.
Yeah. I can do like if you give me material, I can make something of it.
Right.
But I'm not.
Well, that's good. I mean, an actor needs that at least a little bit of that. Even if it's not your strong point, at least, you know, sometimes they need you to fill time or come up with something else or, you know.
Anyway, so that's kind of what's new with me is that I'm trying to
be an actor.
Yeah. Who knows, you know, if I'll make it, so to speak, but it's what I'm hoping something comes of it.
People have had worse dreams.
So once I get like an actual website and some content, I'm gonna.
And you can plug it on here all the time.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably like make a YouTube page or a website or something and put some stuff up.
Oh yeah, then you can. Yeah, that's a good idea. That way you don't have to send out, you know, like a what's the word? Like a resume.
Exactly.
People can just kind of see your video resume.
Exactly.
On demand.
That's what I'm hoping. So be on the lookout for my YouTube page, now unnamed, to be coming soon.
I hope you'll make a version of shoes. I hope that'll be one of your things.
What should I call it?
Footwear.
Clogs.
Yeah. Nah, it's gotta be one syllable. Footwear's what else do you call it? Kicks. Nah.
But it's not me. Well, we're gonna workshop it.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. So I better get co-created or co-written by if I help you come up with a title.
You're gonna do your.
My what?
You're just gonna have a cameo.
Yeah, just as a confused, not cool person.
I did have
how I didn't know about Mariah Carey and all that. Same thing.
The celebrity one thing I wanted to say. Who would play you in a movie about you?
I thought you were gonna bring up Pete Davidson again. They were worried about him.
I saw that.
What would we be if we didn't bring up him again?
Pete Davidson.
We're gonna he's just gonna shoehorn him into everything.
Mm-hmm.
That should be that. Actually, we should. That should be like our running gag. Like always,
Pete Davidson.
Always
corner.
Like it's trivia. Like certain actors always have like a thing they do in every movie. And
we should tweet at him.
Yeah.
Do we have a Twitter?
Yeah.
Like a Yak Twitter.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that shows up is when we post a new show. It's like an auto thing, but I never actually. I mean, I can give you do you want to be in charge of the Weekly Yak Twitter?
No, because I already have my own Twitter.
Okay, so you don't have time? Jesus Christ.
I'm joking.
What? This guy is extra.
Let's do it.
Well, I mean, you don't have to do stuff. I mean, if whatever you think of, like, I mean, you're not the social media manager where I need you to post stuff all the time, but you can just have the login and then.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be cool if we could get Pete Davidson to tweet at us. Or we talk about you all. We talk about you all the time.
We talk about that huge dong all the time.
All right. Yeah, they were worried about him in the last SNL of the year. They had him come out and introduce Mariah Carey,
whoever the
Miley Cyrus, and that guy
Mark Ronson,
the guitar guy. He just played the guitar.
Oh, I'm not sure then.
I don't know.
Whoever it was.
It was just I guess to show he was okay because he wasn't in any sketches. And Matt Damon was the host, so it was a really good Christmas episode.
Yeah.
To
my favorite SNL skit is the Santa's my boyfriend. I don't know. You don't know? It's Maya Rudolph, Amy Poehler, and Kristen Wiig, and they're like decorating a tree, and they sing a little doo-wop, kind of like what you played earlier, and it's all just called Santa's my boyfriend.
I have to look that up.
It's the best.
We won't play it on here because that's always the poison that we. Yes. I've said it for years. When we start either quoting or just straight up playing stuff, it's time to end it. That's why I always do that stuff at the end. Because I mean, I'm not saying I never play stuff from other shows.
Yeah, but
that's the end.
Mm-hmm.
But I think.
But who would play you in a movie about you?
Oh, right.
Not Pete Davidson.
No,
he couldn't play either of us.
No. I mean, realistically, or like with who would I want? Some handsome person to play.
Whatever you ask.
No, I'll go.
Someone in your likeness.
I'll do realistically. Oh man.
Because the only person that I thought of that's bald when I was thinking of you is like Jeff Ross, but I wouldn't.
But he just started shaving his head.
But that's just the person,
right?
I could think of.
He's ugly.
But that's why I was like.
Do they have to be alive?
Well, who are you thinking?
Well, it's an old guy, Telly Savalas.
Oh, I do not know that person.
Kojak. Oh, okay. You want me to show you a picture?
Of course.
Of course. Our older listeners probably know. He died a long time ago.
What was his name again?
Telly Savalas. He's Greek.
Telly Savalas. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know his face. I could see that.
Yeah, maybe if he's about... Most of these are in his 50s and 60s. Like 20 years younger. That could be me, right?
Yeah. He could be your dad.
Yeah. Cool.
For sure.
So, what about you? Who would play you? Who would play?
No, like in my younger years, I got compared to like a Pierre Ponce.
I don't know who that is.
You would recognize his face.
Peter Ponce.
Pierre.
Peter Pan.
Pierre.
Ponce de Leon.
Pierre Ponce. Like when I was like in high school, I got told I looked like him a couple times.
He sounds pretty gay. Wait, how do you spell his name? Ponce? Pumice. What the fuck?
Not Pumice Stones.
Well, I didn't play it. That's not Pierre Ponce.
Maybe say Pierre Ponce actor.
But it's so weird that Pumice would come up.
Maybe that's in like.
Is he a real person?
I mean,
are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Are you sure they weren't calling you Pumice? Good. He's a soccer player.
There he is.
This guy. That one.
Yeah. I mean, he's much older now.
Right.
Like scroll down.
This one?
Yeah, like that's more of the.
Good Lord, he's got. I mean, I'm not gay, but God, look at his eyes.
He's handsome as fuck.
Look how clear and he's got.
So obviously, there's a comparison.
Hey, look, that guy could be me.
Looks like
he died. Oh, at 34. That makes me sad. I'm 34.
Oh, that's the guy from American Horror Story that died.
Did he kill himself? Or
this is news to me.
He doesn't. He looks like.
I mean, I recognize him from American Horror Story.
I'm just gonna make myself sad if I just. All right, forget that. Okay, let's do Christmas stuff to end the show. Some fun stuff. Let me put on a little more music here because that makes it more festive. All right, let's do the 40 best Christmas movies of all time. This is from Esquire, according to Esquire. And some of these I have no idea, but I'll read the little, especially the ones that we don't know. I'll read the little blurb that it came with. So, number 40, A Christmas Prince.
No, I don't know that one.
It's in Netflix. So it's one of Netflix's first forays into in the Christmas genre. And upon first glance, it's full-on Christmas garbage.
Okay.
But if you really sit back and let go of all the fact that you can literally predict every twist and turn, you come to realize this movie is actually perfect. There's no plot to follow or anything. It's just full of Christmas spirit, following the story of a journalist and a rogue prince in a country that isn't even real.
Okay.
One Magic Christmas. This is a 1985 Disney release. It flopped at the box office.
Is this the 40 best?
Yeah.
I guess if it's like they flopped, then the rest are just
I mean, I think they're critically good. Like, okay. I guess they weren't appreciated when they first started.
Okay.
Harry Dean Stan's in it. Mary Steenburgen's in it. It borrows heavily from It's a Wonderful Life.
Okay.
So, I didn't think there were 40 Christmas movies altogether. Last Holiday is 38. Queen Latifah.
Queen Latifah, I do know that movie.
That's where she's terminally ill and she decides to just live it up, right? White Reindeer.
Unfamiliar.
Right before Christmas, Suzanne's world is turned upside down when her husband Jeff dies unexpectedly. Good God, it's all this death. But things are thrown into even more upheaval when she discovers she had been having an affair. That he had been having an I'm drunk, by the way.
Apparently,
I had too much
start
eggnog.
being really mean.
Yeah. She discovers that he had been having an affair with a stripper, in whom Suzanne finds an unlikely friend, if potential bad influence, turning this indie feature into a sweet, sad, and raunchy sex comedy. That's what I want for my for my Christmas movie.
Of course.
Raunchy sex comedy. Office Christmas Party 36. That was a couple years ago.
I don't know that one either.
T.J. Miller, Jennifer Aniston.
I do love Jennifer.
You don't remember? It came out like 2014 or so.
No.
Number 35, The Night Before.
Okay.
This is a Seth Rogen movie. So it's a stoner Christmas movie that's worth putting on your list. Perfect for you guys who refuse to grow up and eventually have time to come and kick them in the ass and remind them that they're not kids anymore. If they were, Santa would absolutely not be stopping at their house. Number 34, Batman Returns.
Nice.
It's an action. Sure, it's the kind of action movie that isn't really about Christmas, despite being set during the holiday season. Tim Burton's second chance at a Batman film has all the trimmings of a similarly gothy Christmas tale.
With Danny DeVito and Michelle Pfeiffer.
Pfeiffer, yes. 33, Happy Christmas. This one's got Anna Kendrick in it.
Okay.
You don't know that one?
I mean, I like her, but no, I don't know this one.
Yep. 32, The Holiday. Nancy Myers is the Queen of Cozy. Oh, I guess it's one of those. Is Nancy Myers kind of like? Does she write a lot of books?
I don't know.
Is she like the?
Are you thinking Nancy Drew?
No, not that. It's got Kate Winslet and Cameron Diaz in it.
Okay. I like both of those people.
Two women, Kate Winslet and Cameron Diaz, one in London, one in Los Angeles, face simultaneous romantic disappointments, which lead to them swapping apartments over the holidays and in turn finding new men to swoon over. Okay, here's the one that I wanted to ask.
Oh, okay, yes, I do know that one.
You know that one?
Yes.
This is the one I wanted to ask you about because, I mean, I don't like romantic comedies, but this is one that, like, Love Actually, number 29.
Yeah.
People hate it. Some people like
really.
I was reading stuff like online, and people were saying I apologize to the date I took to this movie because it was so bad. Richard Curtis's star-studded ensemble romantic comedy is probably equally beloved and reviled. Even if you're a hater, you can't deny the multi-narrative film's influence on Hollywood-centered comedies over the last decade. And it's as cheesy of a Christmas movie as you can get on the big screen. I mean, is that why people don't like it? Because it's cheesy?
I guess. I mean, I've always thought of it in the same way as like Mamma Mia, where it's like, just like don't expect a ton and you'll just like have a fun time. Like it's cute. It's not meant to be like super serious. Just like enjoy. Just like cut loose and enjoy the fucking movie.
There you go.
Yeah.
Number 30, The Family Stone. That one also had a star-studded cast. Sarah Jessica Parker, Claire Danes, Rachel McAdams, Luke Wilson, Diane Keaton.
Wow.
I watched that. I thought it was going to be like a nice Christmas family movie, but then the mom's dying. Metropolitan?
Don't know.
Number 28, Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Ooh.
It's one of those slasher movies set at Christmas time.
Okay.
Number 27, Edward Scissorhands.
Is that a Christmas movie?
At the end, it does turn into Christmas.
Oh.
Remember, have you seen it?
Not in a long time.
Because remember at the end, she's like, it never snowed before he came down, and now it snows.
Aww.
Towards the end of the movie, it was Christmas. 26, A Very Harold and Kumar Christmas.
Okay.
You can't go wrong with it. I mean,
That's
I
true.
remember seeing Harold and Kumar go to White Castle. I didn't know anything about it, and I just went. It was kind of like when I saw Super Troopers. I was like, holy shit, this is great. Like, nobody even knows about this. If Yasko were here, he could comment on this. Number 25, Die Hard.
Fuck off.
This is always the much debated as a Christmas movie.
Who cares?
Because a lot of these on here are the same kind of thing where it's just because it takes place at Christmas, is it a Christmas movie? And I guess they're including all the ones that are...
It's like you're so up in arms that way you can protect your fragile male ego for liking a movie.
Right.
It's just get over yourself.
This is a classic. I didn't remember this one was at Christmas. While You Were Sleeping. Do you remember that one? With Sandra Bullock?
No.
The guy
I know the title, but I can't remember what it's about. Something happens while people are sleeping?
Well, no. She had after admiring. Okay. After Sandra Bullock saves a man pushed in front of the L train on Christmas Day, she finds herself in quite a predicament. After admiring the man from afar for quite some time, she mutters, "I'm going to marry him," which a nurse mistakes as meaning she's his fiancé. Soon after, she befriends his family, who welcomes her with open arms. The only problem is she ends up falling for the man's brother.
Oh,
Jesus.
Awkward.
23, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
I know that title.
What is this one? The 2005 neo-noir comedy starring Robert Downey Jr. and Val Kilmer.
Okay.
They're thieves. 22, Gremlins. Again,
Gremlins is a Christmas movie.
Taking place because he was a Christmas gift.
That's right.
The Shop Around the Corner. Oh, this is a classic.
I don't know.
This is a Jimmy Stewart, not Wonderful Life Christmas movie. Jimmy Stewart and Margaret Sullivan are employees at a Budapest leather goods shop who can't stand each other, and they're falling in love as anonymous pen pals in this memorable romantic comedy set during the holidays. A Christmas Tale. I don't know that one. Let me just kind of go past the ones that aren't that. Black Christmas. That's another slasher.
Oh.
Eyes Wide Shut.
Okay.
The porn movie with basically with Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise, but it was set during Christmas time.
She broke free. Good for you, girl.
Right. The Best Man Holiday. I don't know.
No.
Meet Me in St. Louis. This is from a 1944 musical.
I've heard it's a classic, but I don't know.
And it's one of its claim to fame is that's the movie Judy Garland sings "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas."
Oh, okay.
That's one of the staples. Her version is one of the staples.
Okay.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, number 15. Not really a movie, but a Christmas special. 14. If Rudolph's on there, then I'll got to be Charlie Brown Christmas.
Okay, of course.
That's 14. Number 13, Elf.
Okay. I don't like Will Ferrell, but I will watch Elf.
Yeah, me too. The Apartment. That's a classic one. It's got Jack Lemmon and Shirley MacLaine.
Okay.
Number 11, Nightmare Before Christmas.
Of course.
I think even Tim Burton says it's not a Christmas movie.
YOLO. Whatever.
But yeah. Number 10, A Christmas Carol.
Okay.
But the 1951 version. I don't know who. Alistair Sim. I don't know. He plays Scrooge. I don't know who that is.
I watched the Muppet Christmas Carol.
That's number 9.
Okay.
Jim Henson died during pre-production of the 92 film, but the spirit lives on in seamless blend of zaniness and heart, both of which help us make the musical Dickens adaptation an underrated triumph.
Watch that movie every year with Grant's family. That's their Christmas tradition, is watch that.
That's my favorite version of. I mean, it's got. God, I can't
Michael
remember.
Caine.
Michael Caine is.
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine. Yeah.
Michael Caine.
His cockneyed ass. Yeah, that's kind of my preferred version of Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
But there's a lot. I mean, Christmas Carol is just a good story. I mean, you can't really mess it up.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like if I see there's one with Patrick Stewart. You know who that is? The guy from Star Trek. And that version. It was like it was a made for TV version. It was pretty good.
I don't like Scrooged, the Bill Murray.
Yeah, it's on here,
of course.
Number 8 is Bad Santa.
Okay,
I watched that. That came on the other day, and I haven't watched it in so long. It's so like
bad.
Sometimes it's cheap to go for vulgarness as funny, but it's so funny anyway. You know. I hope, because the ones we know we're just going through, so I hope people know what we're talking about. Miracle on 34th Street, number 5. This one, the original, but also they say the 1994 remake with Richard Attenborough and Mara Wilson is good. Mara Wilson from
Matilda.
Matilda. She was in Mrs. Doubtfire. She was the youngest in there. Number 6, Scrooged. So that obviously wouldn't be on Randy's list. Riffing on Dickens, Bill Murray is an arrogant and thoughtless TV executive who, planning on a live stage production of A Christmas Carol, winds up living out Cray's variation of that story in Richard Donner's amusing update. And I remember that movie scared me because I saw it when I was a little kid, and the Ghost of Christmas Future had those souls in his stomach when he opened up his robe and stuff. That scared the shit out of me. Number 5, Home Alone.
Of course.
Classic. Number 4, White Christmas. That's
which one?
That's 1954. The one with Bing Crosby.
Okay.
Rosemary Clooney, Danny Kaye, all that stuff.
Don't know that one as well.
That's okay. Number 3, Christmas Story.
Oh, like you'll shoot your eye out, kid.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you have cable, it'll no doubt be playing on a 24-hour loop on some Turner network this December.
Course.
I think it's on TNT this time. Number 2, this is my favorite one, Christmas movie, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Of course.
And it's that's probably the most the out of the vacation movies, the one that performed the best, even though there's the third one. And normally that doesn't happen. And let's do the top. What do you think number 1 is?
I'm guessing It's a Wonderful Life, because it wasn't on the list at all.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Of course. Yay.
Whoop. Oh, my God. I can't do anything right. Yeah, It's a Wonderful Life. Few films define Christmas like Frank Capra's. Good God. I am really screwing all this stuff up. Sorry.
Story of your life.
Jesus. I ruined the big ending of that. But Jimmy Stewart as George Bailey, who, on the verge of committing suicide, is visited by an angel who shows him the true importance of his life.
And I was just George Bailey in the radio version.
Thing. Very good.
Which you skipped out on.
Well, I had other stuff that I had to do.
So sad.
Yeah. Did you do a Jimmy Stewart impression?
No.
Did you do a Jimmy Stewart impression?
I did not. And the thing is,
they probably didn't want that in anyway. They probably don't want to just.
You don't want me to try and.
No. I mean, like, they probably didn't want just somebody doing a carbon copy of the, you know.
And I had never seen the movie before.
Oh, that's right. You were saying, and that's was performing it was your first time ever seeing it.
Yeah, and like we did our first rehearsal, and then I went home and watched it that night.
Did you like it?
Oh, I loved it.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it. You know, it takes place in the Depression, but it's still. I mean, the message is.
Yeah.
It's still, you know, it's timeless. So.
It was a great movie.
Great. It was great.
That was a great movie.
Well, I guess we can get out of here. That's all the Christmas stuff. I was going to do the toys that were famous when we were born. That's why I asked you that the other day.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
But I decided not to because, I mean, the toys that were popular when we were born, we wouldn't necessarily play with because we were just born.
Yeah.
So that really wouldn't be. I'd have to do one like 5 years after we were born. I didn't feel like doing that. I think this is enough Christmas cheer. So, you need to plug anything? We're going to get out of here.
You can follow me on my Instagram and Twitter, ran_the_man92. That's ran the man 92. Be on the lookout for
acting.
Yes.
Randy.
Be on the lookout for my YouTube channel that might be coming up soon. Whenever I get
his version of shoes.
Yes.
Oh my God, shoes.
Oh my God, clogs.
Yeah. And I mean, any shows? No shows coming up?
Not currently.
Okay. Well,
good
luck on that.
Taking a short little break.
Good luck on that acting thing.
Yeah, right.
I want to be an actor, so any acting? Nah, I'm taking a break.
Yeah.
I need a break before I start.
I mean, I've applied to
you do
a bunch.
stuff. I know.
Yeah, just waiting to hear stuff back.
So we're gonna get out of here, but we'll do a. I'm letting you know now. We'll do a New Year's one.
Oh, cool.
Because we always, even though I miss I always say I would do one every year, but I really don't. Just like I say, this is the Weekly Yak, and it really isn't. But we'll do one. We'll do a New Year's one next Monday.
Sounds good.
Can you do? Are you busy Monday? New Year's. I mean, if you're going to go on New Year's Eve, it won't be that late.
And I won't be in Waco, but we'll figure it out.
What? Well, we'll just have to pretend it's New Year's Eve.
We'll have to do
the magic of radio.
Because it's also Grant's birthday.
Oh, okay. Well, we can just do it the weekend
Going
before.
to the spa.
We can just do it next weekend.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to get out of here. Thanks for listening, everybody. I don't want to play that again, but we'll see you guys next time right here on the Weekly Yak.
Peace out.
See ya.
That was awesome.
Thanks for listening to the Weekly Yak.
No, sir, I didn't like it.
Check us out at weeklyyak.com. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Lighthouses rule.
And subscribe to us on iTunes.
Keep looking up, because that's where it all is.